Hi everyone, welcome back to Nova channel. Today's lesson is for the IELTS students who are going to be taken in IELTS exam. It is for everybody honestly to be with you. This lesson is useful who need to do some writing, but especially it's for academic IELTS student. Okay, let's get start. Academic task 1. What is this task ask you to do? So this task is infographic. Info means information, graphic mean visual format like graph, chart, table or diagram. Mean in this task they are asking you to describe some information presented in a visual format into words. You will convert the information into words or sentences in this task. So this video is little bit different because I'm going to tell you what to write, not how to write. The most important aspect of this task is looking at the information graphic and knowing what to pick out information and include in our report. Because we are talking about report, it's very important to remember that report is not an essay. It has very different structure and has very different requirements. Let's start with what we are going to write. They ask to write minimum 150 words. If you don't need to want to go under, so why you lost your points? So that is why you have to write 170 to 190 words. It is a good choice if you write everything in that, because few sentences are not counted. So if you will write minimum 150 words, so you can go under these counts. So it is appropriate for you to write 170 to 190 words for your task 1. Let's take a look on the point which is very important, where we start the infographic part, that is the introduction. So it is very important for introduction. Introduction should be very short because the introduction of task 1 is very different from the introduction of an essay. So introduction should be very short. You need to write one or two sentence. You need to write one or two sentence. If you are going to write third sentence, means you are saying too much. So what you have to say in introduction? What am I looking at? And you will rephrase the task in the introduction. So you will write in the introduction, I am looking at the graph, I am looking at the table, this chart shows, diagram shows. You can use the different words, whatever they wrote in the task, whatever they wrote in the topic of question, you will use another word in your introduction. I am giving you few words you can add in your introduction which will be different from the topic. So it is very crucial thing, you will not copy the sentences directly from the topic question. Otherwise examiner will underline those words and will write a note copied from the topic question, and there are chance that these words will not be counted in your final word count and you may fall short of 150 words. So I am writing here few words you can use in task 1 in the introductory part. So type of chart, one is chart. You can use shows, means this chart shows, graph, graph indicates, table, illustrate, diagram, if diagram is given, gives or describes, if table is already I wrote written here. So you can use these words or you can change these words with the topic question words. You can use shows, indicate, illustrate, gives, describe. I'm writing few more like express, depict any word you can use in your introductory part. So it will increase your band score. After that, the most important part in the introduction is rephrasing. You will not pick the similar words, I already told you. So always rephrase the topic which is given to you. You will always use different sentences for the topic. So this is called the rephrasing. So when you are rephrasing the task, you will use the different words which are not in your question. So the most common mistake which people make in task 1, that is I, we and me. I, we and me. So you should never be the word I, me, we in your entire report or in your introductory part. This is not about you. This is about the infographic only. So because it's not about you, so there is absolutely no need of opinion. So you will not write your opinion in the task. You will not reach on any conclusion because you are not explaining, you are not giving any opinion. So no need to write conclusion in the task 1. No need to analyze the information. After that, you will not use inference, means you will not use this information to understand the other information. After that, you will not explain the graph which is given to you, or chart or table diagram. No need to explain. So no need to predict. So these things you will keep in mind when you are writing task 1. You will not predict, oh, what's going to happen after this. So these things are not included in the task. After that, so this is the common mistake you will not made for your task 1. So as I told you that you will not mention your opinion, conclusion, interference, prediction. So what things you will write for the task 1? You are only going to give the facts. Only you will write the facts. So keep it in mind. This is the main thing which you will include in your task 1, because examiner don't care about what you understand, what you looking at. So examiner always care how can you take this information and explain to them in good English, because this is an English test, not an intelligence test. So you will not show your intelligence in your task 1, because most students start writing their opinion, writing conclusion, explaining prediction, such type of things, because they correlate the topic with the intelligence. But keep it in mind, this is your English test, not an intelligence test. So don't do such type of things. So it doesn't matter if you understand or not. Can you convert the graphic information into words and sentences? That is important thing. So one more thing I want to tell you regarding introduction. Keep your introduction or whole report, especially introduction, very simple. Your introduction should be simple, very straightforward. You don't need fancy, you don't need high vocabulary. You need to have different vocabulary, need to have good sentence structure. So no need to write a heavy sentences in that. As I told you that your introduction should be simple, no need to write high vocabulary. So you will give the information that you see in simple words. It's a appropriate thing. Before I look at the body part of the report, I want to tell you regarding conclusion first. So conclusion in essay we always write, but in task 1 no need to write conclusion, because you are not reaching on any conclusion. All you are, so in this task you are only giving the information, so no need to write any conclusion in the end. So you will write only introduction in 1 or 2 sentences, I already told you. After that you will write body paragraph 1 and 2, 1 or 2, it's depend upon the situation or the question. So don't try to get too fancy, don't try to show your intelligence. This is the main thing. So now we are talking about most important part, that is the body paragraph. So conclusion I already sum up, introduction also. So now we will start with the body paragraph. It is important part of the task. So you will spend more time in this because you have 20 minutes. So plan your writing task as such, you will give more time to body paragraph. So what I put in the body paragraph, this is the main question. So in the body paragraph there are two things. First, look at the information and pick the information. After that you will decide how to split that information into two paragraph, or decide whether it is in one or two paragraphs. After that, the most important thing, it is advisable to start the body paragraph with most important points. So you will start your body paragraph with most important point which is given in your visual format. So looking at the graph, drawing one graph here. If graph is given, so looking at the axis, it is the x-axis and y-axis. So pay attention on the axis. What is the information here? What is going up here? What is going down here? So you will put attention and you will, so here few information is given, here few information is given. Suppose here about the years 150, 2000, 2050, like this. So here few changes 10, 20 regarding anything. So what are the ranges? Mention ranges. Always mention ranges. Ranges means 1950 to 2050 years. Suppose years are given here. 50 years are there. So you will mention these. If short ranges are there, short durations are there, so you will write short ranges also. So important. After that, if graph has peaks and valleys like this, so these are the peak, this is valley. So you will mention about these things, peak and valley also. If there are steady peaks and valleys, so you will mention the stability there. If peaks and valleys are there, peaks are high and low. If peaks and valleys are steady, then you will mention the stability or plateaus. Suppose one graph is like this. So this part is flat. This is called plateau, flat part. Or you can write stationary. So such thing you can mention in your information. After that, you will also looking for patterns. Trends. Always mention trends, patterns in your information. How things are same. If two or three things are same, what are the pattern? Identical or comparing, what are the pattern, you will mention in your information. After that, trends, increasing, decreasing, rising, falling, so on, you will also mention these things. These are the crucial thing which you will mention in your report. You are going to be comparing and contrasting, but keep these things very general. If you are comparing 5 things, 4 of them are sharing a pattern. So don't take about each of them individually. Put all 4 into one lump group. Suppose there are 5 countries and 4 countries having same pattern, having same trend. So put that countries into one lump. If one is different, having exceptions, that is called anomalies or exceptions. it will come in exception or anomalies. Anomaly means if something is different. So you will mention anomalies or exceptions in detail. In detail, everything you will give regarding exception in your report. You will mention numbers, you will mention the units, you will mention the years, everything which is given in the exception. So you will write for the exception in detail. So after that, if table is given, so in the table, column and rows given to you. So look at the heading in columns and rows, because column and rows are going to tell you lot of information. You might want to include that. After that, if diagram, picture, map given to you, so look at the picture, observe its shape, size, color, location of various parts, condition of past and present, texture, direction, content. Also see if function of any part are given in the picture or not. Provide detail of key changes and describe them accordingly. So don't write everything which is given to you. Always write milestone or major steps. For example, if any cycle is given to you, any process is given in the diagram, so you will all write milestone or major steps in your report. I'm giving you one example. Life cycle of moth is given to you. Suppose life cycle of moth or silk moth. It is very common topic. So here adult moth is there. Lay egg. After that, it converted into larva. After that, it come into pupa stage. And again, cocoon is formed here. And then it changes into winged moth. So life cycle is given here. So you will describe the major steps. Suppose the adult moth laying egg on the leaf, mulberry leaf. It's important point. After that, eggs converted into larva. It's also a milestone or major step. Then larva converted into pupa. Then pupa converted into cocoon. Cocoon then converted into the winged adult. They all are the major points which you have to mention in your report. If any procedure is given, suppose any laboratory test is given to you for suppose they are giving to you the testing of presence of starch, so you will just write the procedure first. You will take a test tube. After that, you will add the sample of starch. Then you will add iodine, shake them and look at or observe the color. So they all which I told you are the major steps. You will write these steps in your report. So no need to write everything, the minor things, so otherwise you will lose your marks. So these are the main things which you will follow for your task 1. After that, how splits paragraph, it's the main topic. How we can convert our information into two body paragraphs. Suppose if one chart is given to you, whether it is graph, table, pie chart, cycle, procedure, everything. So you will write trends in first, put all trend here, and in second you will write anomalies. Focus on the anomalies or exceptions. If two charts are given, so you will describe one chart in one body paragraph and another chart in second body paragraph, or you can write similarity in first and differences, major differences in the second paragraph. Don't go beyond what information giving to you. I will recommend to you, if any cycle, any procedure is given, so you will write every major step only in one body paragraph. There is no need of splitting the paragraph. So you will give the every stage, because we can't split these procedure, because it's continue. So you will write every step in the continue way, or give every information which you want to write regarding the cycle or procedure. So it is very appropriate if you will write these things in only one body paragraph. So for cycle, life cycle, if given for life cycle or procedure, you will follow introduction and one body paragraph. So conclusion, no need to write conclusion, because we are not reaching on any conclusion. So these are the main things which you will keep it in mind if you are going to attempt your task 1. Good luck. Thank you.